woman does not know that woman.
Oh, wow.
And as I'm thinking...
Whoopi Goldberg's transformation became one of the most talked about moments of the year. Not because she intended to spark a cultural debate, but because her appearance at New York Fashion Week collided with years of private struggle, public scrutiny, and personal turning points. What the world saw in a few seconds of flashing cameras was only the surface of a much deeper journey. Her sudden weight change stirred admiration, concern, curiosity, and judgment all at once. But behind those reactions was a story about resilience, aging under a spotlight, and redefining health on her own terms. This summary explores the emotional landscape behind that viral moment and how it shaped a conversation far bigger than one red carpet appearance. A Fashion Week appearance that shook the internet. When Whoopi Goldberg stepped onto the red carpet at New York Fashion Week, she instantly became the center of global attention. At 69, her noticeably slimmer figure shocked both fans and critics who had grown accustomed to her long-standing appearance. Cameras flashed non-stop, social media lit up, and within minutes, people worldwide were debating her look. Some viewers celebrated her transformation, calling her radiant and confident. Others felt uneasy, insisting she looked fragile or unlike herself. The reactions were divided, emotional, and intense. What should have been a glamorous night instead became a digital battlefield. Her outfit, her weight, even her age were dissected by strangers. What made this moment so explosive was the speed at which judgments formed and spread, revealing how instantly public opinion can turn a private journey into a spectacle. A red carpet moment turned into cultural storm. What should have been a simple fashion appearance quickly evolved into a cultural flashpoint. While some applauded Whoopi's boldness and newfound look, others criticized her clothing and speculated wildly about how she lost the weight. Rumors spread like wildfire, with hashtags questioning her health and accusing her of relying on trendy methods. It didn't matter whether comments came from concern or cruelty, the effect was the same. She became the center of an argument she never asked for. This moment highlighted how celebrities, especially older women, often navigate impossible expectations. If they stay heavy, they're mocked. If they change, they're accused of doing it wrong. Her body became a canvas for public projection, and the louder the debate grew, the clearer it became that people weren't just reacting to her outfit or appearance, they were reacting to their own biases, fears, and assumptions. A journey rooted in a much deeper wake-up call. The public saw her transformation at Fashion Week, but the real story began years earlier. In 2022, during the filming of the movie Till, Whoopi lived through a moment that reshaped her self-perception. After a screening, a stranger approached her, politely criticizing what she believed was a fat suit. The words stunned Whoopi because she wasn't wearing a costume at all. That was her real body. Even though she had always felt comfortable with herself, that innocent remark forced her to confront her size in a sharper, more uncomfortable way. It wasn't vanity that hit her. It was realization. She carried those words home like a shadow that tugged at her conscience. That moment, painful and unexpected, marked the beginning of her journey toward change, forcing her to look beyond Hollywood standards and examine her future through a more personal, vulnerable lens. The emotional weight behind the physical one. After the incident, Whoopi admitted feeling embarrassed and shaken, not because someone insulted her, but because she recognized deeper fears she had been ignoring. At nearly 300 pounds, she knew there were risks she couldn't brush off forever. She began contemplating what her future would look like if she continued on the same path. It wasn't about fitting a certain image, it was about staying alive, healthy, and capable. Yet the journey was far from straightforward. She tried diets, exercise routines, lifestyle changes. Each attempt met with initial success and frustrating setbacks. Public judgment only added emotional pressure. People online continued making jokes, resurrecting the fat suit comment as if her real body was a punchline. Still, she refused to hide. She spoke openly about the difficulty of losing weight, the countless failed attempts, and the emotional toll of being analysed by millions. Finding a method that worked and choosing honesty. By the time she appeared at Fashion Week in 2025, the world saw only the transformation, not the years of trial and error behind it. When asked about her weight loss, Whoopi chose honesty over secrecy. She shared that she used a medical treatment originally intended for diabetes management, one that had become popular for supporting weight reduction. Instead of pretending she simply exercised or ate salads, she admitted the true path she took. Her honesty, rather than calming critics, ignited even more debate. Some applauded her transparency, saying it removed stigma from discussions around weight and aging. Others accused her of shortcuts, ignoring her emotional journey entirely. Her openness became both a shield and a target, proving how complex it is to speak truthfully in a world addicted to assumptions. Praise, criticism, and the battle over public perception. As her admission spread, the conversation around her body became even more polarized. Supporters said she was brave for acknowledging a difficult chapter in her life. They saw her as an example of taking control, especially at an age when many feel pressured to fade quietly into the background. Critics argued she had become too thin or appeared unhealthy, using her age to question her decisions. Opinions clashed loudly. Some praised her glow, others insisted she was disappearing. Through it all, Whoopi remained calm and grounded. She reminded everyone that her choices were personal and rooted in self-preservation, not beauty. She emphasized repeatedly that her journey was about survival, not vanity, not trends, not external approval. Her words showed that she had already made peace with her transformation, even if the world had not. The unfair burden placed on her shoulders. What fueled the controversy wasn't just her transformation, but society's obsession with policing women's bodies. No matter what she did, people found a reason to criticize. When she was heavier, she was mocked. When she lost weight, she was accused of cheating. This double standard revealed how much pressure is placed on women, especially older women in entertainment, to fit impossible expectations. Her body became public property, a topic others felt entitled to interpret, judge, and debate. Yet instead of retreating, Whoopi walked boldly into the spotlight, proving she didn't need validation to exist fully. She embodied a hard truth. For many, there is no right way to exist in a world that demands constant perfection, but she refused to shrink under those demands. Standing tall through criticism and change. Despite constant scrutiny, Whoopi showed resilience through her work and presence. She kept hosting The View, engaging in meaningful conversations, mentoring young performers, and maintaining her career without interruption. Her ability to remain joyful and expressive challenged the narrative that weight defines capability. She didn't let the noise drown out her purpose. Her laughter remained loud, her opinions remained bold, and her presence remained undeniable. Her transformation became a message rather than a performance, a declaration that change isn't about pleasing others but reclaiming one's life. She showed that aging doesn't mean disappearing and that personal evolution can be empowering, even when the world debates your choices, sparking a wider conversation about age and body standards. As her journey went viral, people began questioning Hollywood's rigid expectations, particularly toward older women. If someone as accomplished and respected as Whoopi could still be dragged for her body, what did that say about society's standards? Fans, commentators, and industry insiders started seeing her story as a symbol of the unrealistic pressures placed on women to look a certain way at every stage of life. Her openness about her struggles pushed a broader conversation about body image, aging, and respect. Without intending to, Whoopi became a catalyst for change, a reflection of the silent battles many face but rarely discuss. Her vulnerability allowed others to question long-standing norms and reconsider their own definitions of health and worthiness. A new chapter, built on strength, not approval. At 69, instead of slowing down, Whoopi stepped into a new era with even greater momentum. She continued engaging with audiences through television and film, proving that her value was rooted in talent and authenticity. Her journey wasn't an ending, it was the start of a renewed chapter. What made this stage of her life powerful was her refusal to chase perfection. She embraced honesty, humanity, and self-respect. In doing so, she offered a reminder that personal transformation is never for the world, it's for the person living it. Her story shows that choosing oneself may invite criticism, but it also invites freedom. And that is where her true resilience shines.